Alright guys, we are back, and today we're starting topic J for one, and that is about using addition to help us subtract. Before we get into it, we're going to do a fluency activity called Hide Zero Cards, and what you'll need that you have right now is your number bond. You need your number bond that you took home at orientation way back when. And what's going to happen is I want to use the Hide Zero cards to show a teen number. So example, I might show 16 by covering the ones place of the 10 with the 6. And then we're going to break it apart as 10 as one of the parts, and then the other part for 16 would be 6. So we're going to do that, and actually I've created for you a printable version of it that's available to you as well. It's really close to the assignment link, so yeah. But come on, let's go practice. All right, so yes, here we are, and you have your number bond as directed. We're going to be building teen numbers. So 10 is no longer our whole. We said that 10 was going to be one of our parts. 10 is a part. And in our model, we saw 10 and 6 ones. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's write to represent 16. And so our parts become 10 and 6. Good job. Erase. Let's do another one. I said erase, but I don't have the eraser. Smart. Good plan. Good plan, Miss Lamb. All right, let's keep going. So we did 10 and 6. Let's do 10 and 4. So 10 is a part. I'm probably going to leave the 10 there. We're going to keep 10 as part. 10 and 4. See how I'm hiding the 0 by adding 4 more. 10 and 4. My other part. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. Good job. Let's do a couple more. We're going to go ahead and keep the 10 because we've already established that 10 is going to be an ongoing part. It's going to stay as one of our parts. Let's do, okay, notice I'm hiding the 0. I still have a group of 10. So 10, one more, 11. 10 and 1 is 11. Good job. All right. Yep, I have to use my fingers. Make life easier. Beautiful thing about having soap and water. All right, how about this one here? So 10 and 9. 10 and 9. What is 10 and 9? Well, we can see that it's written as, this is how it is written. Let's count. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 has the value of 19. All right, last one. Last one. How about, so 10 and 5. 10 and 5. The digits represented. We'll write that. Well, what is that number? What's the value of that number? 15. Let's count and check. 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Great job. All right, guys, go ahead and clean this up, and we're going to proceed with our lesson. Come on. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead. We've practiced our hide zeros. We worked on our teen numbers. Now, the purpose of that activity is just to get our minds ready for Module 2, which, as you can tell by your book, is coming soon. I'm so excited. All right, so let me go ahead and read this to you, and then you're going to work on it for 3 minutes before we reconvene to do it together. Jesse and Carl were comparing the beads they picked up. Jesse picked up 9 beads. 5 of them were red, and the rest were white. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. How y'all let me not tell you what page number this is on? It's page number 251. Notice this is blue, which means it must be in your Learn book. Notice we are really getting close to the end of the book now. Page 251. And if you'll hold on a second, I'm going to get you set up too. It says, start over. Jesse and Carl were comparing the beads they picked up. Jesse picked up 9 beads. 5 of them were red and the rest were white. Carl picked up 5 red beads and 4 white beads. Carl said they had the same number of white beads. Is Carl correct? Draw and label your work to show your thinking. Now, before I send you on your 3 minutes, I want you on that page. I'm going to help you set up your piece of paper right now, okay? Before we get started on anything, here we go. All right, so you'll notice that we're talking about 2 people here. 2 people here, and they're not putting their things together. They're comparing their things. So we need a number bond for, who did we meet first? Jesse, which starts with the J. And then we need a number bond for Carl, which starts with a C. Jesse, Carl. So you need 2 separate number bonds to reflect the 2 separate people, okay? Which means you'll also need 2 separate number sentences. I'm not going to set you up no more. So that's your setup right there. Let me hold this here for a second. That's your setup. This is your problem. It's 3 minutes, and then we're going to work on it together. Let me get out the frame so you can get a clear shot of the words. Okay, so yes, I'm going to set up my paper as I had you set up yours. Number bond for Jesse and a number bond for Carl. All right, so let's look at how we've been given this information. It says Jesse and Carl were comparing the beads they picked up. So here's Jesse's beads over here, and here's Carl's beads over here. Separate. 2 different people, 2 different sets of beads, 2 different bracelets. My bracelet, your bracelet. See, look. My bracelet, your bracelet. Separate. Not one big old bracelet. Separate. Okay, so Jesse picked up 9 beads. 5 of them were red and the rest were white. Okay, so just listening to how we provide the information. Jesse picked up 9 beads. 5 were red. The rest were white. What operation are we performing? Are we adding or subtracting? We are subtracting. Excellent. So let's begin a number sentence to match this for Jesse. So for Jesse, it is 9 minus 5 is equal to white beads. We can also put this information in our number bond. So this is all the beads, and these are red. Let's keep going. Let's read the next sentence. Carl picked up 5 red beads and 4 white beads. Which pieces of information do we have for Carl? The parts, which means we're putting the parts together. So for Carl, we are writing an addition sentence. 5 plus 4 is equal to blank. Let's put this information. Can you see that clearly? I don't like that blue. Well, I like the blue, but I don't like how it's. There, 5 plus 4 is equal to blank. Let's transpose the same information into the number bond. 5 red, 4 white, unknown total. 5 red, unknown white, 9 total. Are you noticing something about these number bonds? They are the same. So this subtraction sentence and this addition sentence both come from the same number bond. So back to our original statement and our actual question that we're answering, is Carl correct? That's our question sentence because it ends in a question mark. Carl said they had the same number of white beads. Look at our information. Note how we recognize our number bonds match, which means The whole for Carl must also be 9. The missing part for Jesse must also be 4. So is Carl correct? Yes. They have the same number of white bees. And that is our complete sentence answer to the question we're actually being asked. In our effort to answer the question we're actually being asked, yes, they have the same number of white bees. That's that. All right, let's proceed from here. And the next portion is going to involve you paying attention, but immediately after that, you're going to need your Succeed book. Okay, so remember, the same way those two, that subtraction and addition, came from the same number bond, and that's what we're looking at today, how subtraction and addition come from the same number bond. How if you know what the two parts adding together, you can figure out your subtraction sentence. So, you have seen this chart before. This is not a stranger. And so how did this addition chart help us with our addition facts? We saw that we made a pattern, all of these. 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because we're all adding 0. Going down this column, it's all 1 more. Coming along the side here, those are all ways to make 10. And there's other patterns available in the chart. We're not going to fill the whole thing out right now. We are going to practice with some given subtraction to find addition. So you can see where they're connected. So if we're saying 7 minus 4 equals, that means we know the value of our whole is 7. And one of our parts is 4. If one part is 4, what is the missing part to get to 7? Okay, let's count on. 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, what's that missing part? 3. So 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. 4 and 3 make 7. Can we find 4 and 3 in our addition chart? Yep, find it. Go ahead and circle it. 4 and 3. If we have 4 plus 3, then we also have 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4. Good job. All right. Let's erase this. Okay. Let's see what else we have. How about 5 minus 3? 5 minus 3. All right. We know. Let's pick a different color so you can see my differences. Is the good blue? Let's find out. All right, we know our whole is 5 and our known part is 3. Our whole is 5 and our known part is 3. I did it again, guys. That's the wrong blue. All right. 3. Yep. 3, 4, 5. The missing part is what? 2. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. 3 and 2 make 5. It's 3 and 2. So and plus kind of mean the same thing. 3 and 2 is 3 plus 2 or 2 plus 3. Remember, this is the watching part. You'll do some with me shortly. Very, very, very shortly, to be honest. Okay. What about 10 minus 8? 10 minus 8. Oh, we're good for these ones. This is a way to make 10. Our whole is 10. Our known part is 8. If we know 8 is one of our parts, let's go with a different route this time. Let's look at our addition chart. There are only a few with 8 as one of the parts. See? There's literally only a few with 8 as one of the parts. So let's check them out. Is 8 plus 0 equal to 10? Check with your hands. 8 plus 0 is 8. 8 plus 1, so 1 more than 8 is 9. 8 plus 2 is 10. So we see right here that 8 plus 2, which also means 2 plus 8, our missing part is 2. 10 minus 8 is equal to 2. You see how we use the addition chart to find the missing part in our subtraction problem? Okay. Let's see, I think I have one more here to practice with. And then we will move into our book where you're writing with me, because right now you're just kind of watching. 6 minus 6. Okay, we have 6 minus 6. I need one more color. Where's my green go? Where's the green that I normally use, guys? Which one? All right, so reading this, 6 minus 6. Knowing that subtraction is whole minus part is equal to other part, we know that our whole is 6. We know our addition chart doesn't list any wholes. It lists part and part. So our whole is 6. Our first part is 6. Our whole is 6. Our first part is 6. Well, there's a whole section here with 6's a part. And there's a whole section here with 6's a part. Correct? Show me 6. Take away 6. Do it again. What is our missing part? It is 0. If you have 6 pieces of candy and you eat 6 pieces of candy, then you have none left for later. 6 minus 6 is equal to 0. The missing part is 0, which means our addition sentence that goes with this is 6 plus 0. Good job. All right, let's go ahead to our workbook and get some together practice in. Those were your watching practice. That was the I do. Now we're on the we do. So I did this and you watched. And now we are going to get right. Hit the get right on this thing. Thank you. We are going to do this on page number 157. This has got a couple steps to it. So first things first, locate your Succeed book, Succeed Bedroom E-Practice book, Succeed, page number 157. See that? 157. You see how yours matches mine. Yes, 157 again, that is. And before we get started on solving anything, you'll notice that some of them are shaded and some are not. We're only focusing on the unshaded problems. Of the unshaded problems, what we want to do is identify the doubles. First, we're going to identify the unshaded doubles. So with me, go through on your page and notice, remember, when you have doubles, that means both parts have the same value. So first we see 2 plus 2. Remember the slant that we went on for doubles. Next we have 3 plus 3. Then we have 4 plus 4 and 5 plus 5. All right, let's model those our hands. 2 plus 2. 3 plus 3. 4 plus 4. And 5 plus 5. All right, excellent. So now that we've identified the doubles, I want us to look to find the 5 groups. 5 groups, meaning that one part in only the unshaded ones, we'll only look at the unshaded ones, one of the 2 parts is 5. So 5 and 1, 5 and 2, 5 and 3, 5 and 4, 5 and 5 is what we're looking for, right? It doesn't, but guess what? It doesn't have to be the first part. It needs to be one of the parts. So if you'll know, yeah, there's our number 1. We have 2 and 5. We have 3 and 5. We have 4 and 5. We also have, see how the 5 and 5 is circled 2 times? Because it is a double and it has a part, only has one part of 5, it has 2 parts of 5. So with our practice, I would like us to do a couple together. Using what we see here, let's do right here. Using 3 plus 3, I want us to fill in the number bond. And, yep, fill in the number bond first. And then we're going to not only find the whole, we will also write the two subtraction sentences. The two subtraction sentences. Because we pulled it from the addition chart, we start with the knowledge of our parts. Because this is a double, we see 3 and 3. What are 3 and 3? 6. Our whole is 6. So knowing that our whole is 6, what is the subtraction sentence we can write from this? So behold, 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. Excellent. What do we notice here? That's right, and no, I didn't trick you. We don't have another subtraction sentence because the two parts have the same value. Remember that when dealing with doubles, you only have one subtraction or addition sentence because the parts have the same value. Let's do another one from our selected problems. All right, how about, let's look at 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5. Remember, we're looking to identify the two subtraction sentences that are related to this one addition. Knowing what we know now, that 2 plus 5, and we want subtraction, what information can we complete on our number bond? Excellent. 2 is a part. 5 is also a part. Okay? If we have 5 and 2, what's our whole? I know I said 5 and 2, and this says 2 and 5, because as you remember, when we're adding, doesn't matter which part you go first, as long as you put them all together, all the pieces together. So we have 2 over here and 5 over here. Which one is going to make for easier counting, starting with the 5 or starting with the 2? Starting with the 5. So 5, 6, 7. My whole is 7. So my whole being 7, what will be our subtraction sentence? Okay, 7 minus 2 is equal to 5 is true. What else is true of the subtraction sentence? 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. Excellent, wonderful job. So using this practice and using the relationship between addition and subtraction, I'm going to show you your assignment now. Now you can keep doing these if you want to. I'm not saying you can't, but what I need you to do is to complete the problem set. So the problem set is on page 253 of your learner book. The problem is the problem set asks you to pick a subtraction card. You don't have the subtraction cards. So what you need to do is click to reveal the next slide, which will show where I have built in the subtraction problems I want you to do. The first one being 8 minus 3. You're going to use that. You're going to use your addition chart. You are going to then, let me find the page here so I can show it to you. So, yep, that's the front. There's the addition chart. Here I gave you the problem 8 minus 3. Okay, you're going to write it in 8 minus 3. You're going to solve. You're going to complete the number bond. Knowing 8 minus 3 is equal to something, you can identify the addition sentences that also come from that same number bond. And once you're done with that one, you will tap to reveal the second, third, and fourth starting places for you. And that is within your workbook that you will then continue onto the exit ticket, which of course is the part you turn in. And if you notice, the exit ticket wants your subtraction and your additions that are created from this number bond. It wants your subtraction and your additions that come from this number bond. Same here. This number bond produces 1, 2, 3, 4 number sentences. I want to, and the directions would like you to produce all 4 of those number sentences. All right, so if you have any questions, of course, let me know. And until then, until later. Bye, guys.